Is it me or has Adekunle always been this good?
Abio, he wasn't sounding like this last season.
If he keeps playing like this, people will start calling him everywhere. Abio!
Long ago, before kings counted wealth and before power wore a face, there lived a young drummer named Ode in the land of Okilu. 8 hands were gifted, but his pockets were empty. When he drummed, people gathered. When he stopped, they begged for more. At the sound of his drum, even tired feet found strength to dance, yet Ade's heart was restless. Praise filled his ears, but his stomach still wanted more. He believed talent alone should lift him above others. He wanted a life where no one could ignore him. Ode drummed at naming ceremonies and small gatherings, yet his bow was often returned to him half-filled. Many nights, he slept with hunger pressing against his ribs. People said his talent was great. But luck had passed him by. One evening, as he returned from a performance with nothing but dust on his feet, he noticed an old drum resting beneath a fallen tree at the edge of the forest. Its skin was stretched tight, its wood smooth from age. No one claimed it. No markings named its owner, or they carried it home. The next time he was called to play at a village game, or they used the new drum, before the sun set, something strange happened. Spectators doubled. Traders arrived. Wagers grew larger. When the game ended, Ode was paid more than he had earned in an entire year. He thought it was chance, but chance returned. At the next festival, when he played that same drum, food appeared in abundance. Gifts followed him home. Gold changed hands freely. His name began to travel ahead of him. Soon, Ode noticed a pattern. Whenever he played that drum, wealth followed. Life changed quickly. Ode moved from a broken hut into a wide compound. His storehouses filled. People who once ignored him now waited for his greeting. Hunger left his house, but humility followed it out. His name traveled faster than his footsteps. The pauper became a man of means, and the man of means became proud. Ode married many wives as his wealth increased. Those who once ignored him now waited for his attention. When hunger touched the land and farms grew weak, the people came to Ode. "Play for us," they pleaded. "Your drum brings good fortune." Ode agreed, but not freely.
I will not consent to this. My daughter is not for sale and I will not give her to him.
If we do not agree, our family will starve. What other choice do we have?
For years, Ode thrived. His wealth was unmatched. Villagers came from miles around, seeking his favor. As time passed, Ade's pride grew heavier than his drum. He began to demand payment before lifting his hands. He mocked other drummers and laughed at the poor. He played not for joy, but for control. He demanded obedience and treated villagers harshly. When the harvest was poor, people came to him for food, but he made them serve him in return. Some he made guards, others he made cleaners. Those who accepted ate, those who refused went away hungry. Slowly, the people feared Ode more than they loved him. One evening, Femi, a poor farmer, approached him pleading for help, saying his farm harvest was poor and he had no money to feed his family. Ode agreed to help but demanded that Femi's daughter, Funmi, be given to him as a wife before he could help. Femi's wife, Tiwa, refused bluntly when she heard of it and spoke of how wicked and proud Ode was. His family had no choice but to look for other alternatives to solve their problems. Ode did not care. Villagers spoke of him as both cruel and necessary, a man whose power was beyond questioning. One day, during a festival in Odo Ife, the drum that had once brought him gold and food refused to respond. Ode struck it repeatedly, but only hollow echoes rang out. Traders hesitated. The villagers whispered nervously. Nothing followed. No gift appeared. The crowd thinned. He struck it harder. Still nothing. The drum that once lifted him had stopped responding to him. Worn down by his greed, fury filled Adekunle's heart. In anger, he smashed the drum against the ground until it split apart. Splinters flew. The sound was harsh and hollow, and with that, his luck vanished.
Please, I ask forgiveness. Just a little food, anything at all.
Just look at him, wicked man.
After destroying the drum, Ade's fortune vanished. He could no longer attract gold or money. Invitations to play stopped coming. Food no longer arrived magically. Wealth slipped from his hands like water through a sieve. His wives, once proud to be with him, left one by one, unable to endure poverty. His grand house became too expensive to maintain. He moved into a small, bare room. The villagers, who had once bowed to his power, now ignored him. He wandered from door to door, begging for scraps. Some gave him little, others turned him away. Humility replaced pride, and hunger replaced arrogance. Ade sat alone on the dusty floor of his small home, staring at the broken drum, realizing for the first time that pride had destroyed everything. How could this happen? He whispered, eyes wide in disbelief. Alone and humbled, Ade returned to his old drum, the small, ordinary drum he had used before he found the magical one. He played it softly, not for riches, but for joy. The sound was weak, but it reminded him of simpler times. He began visiting villagers, bowing his head, and asking forgiveness from those he had wronged. Families he had forced into service forgave him gradually. Ade started drumming again, but this time he never demanded anything in return. He simply drummed, walked, and served. Slowly, people returned, not in crowds, not with gold, but with listening ears. His music brought them joy, and he found satisfaction in their smiles. Not their wealth, but they had learned a lesson that wealth alone could never teach. Pride and greed may lift a man higher than he deserves, but only humility allows him to stand again when the magic fades. The elders still say, wealth given by pride obeys no one, but humility will always find its rhythm.